So, in today's session, what we're going to be going over is something that I've done for years. I used to host training videos on this a long time ago, back in the day, when I started doing. Here, let me. Yeah, my bad, y'all. If there's a little echo, everybody can hear me fine. Or is there an echo? Am I good? Is there a slight echo? You guys hear me fine? Who can hear me fine? Drop a one. Echo, drop.
You're good.
Okay, cool. So make sure you check your audio. So I used to do these training modules back in the day, and these training modules were super dope, dude. There's a whole freaking playlist on them, right? And in these training modules, as I began to progress in my business, I realized how important these things were. So I know this is like for some of you guys, this is either brand new and this is your first time watching this. If it's your first time watching, this is your first meeting. Welcome to AW, guys. I'm super excited to have y'all. This is the real estate cheat code. And in this portal, we talk about different types of ways to find motivated sellers in a way that I don't feel is common. Meaning that we go after county datas, we stack intricate pieces of data together to create very hard to close type deals, and then we go in and we clear title, we remove judgments, remove liens, we get these properties clear. If you got the money, man, we can even buy the deeds out. That's how cool this could be, right? So that's the premise of the cheat code. If you're brand new here and you just joined the community, or if you're thinking about joining the community, in the freaking comments section below, you guys will see a link, and I'd love to have y'all on the other side. But today, we're not talking so much about cheat code stuff. What we're going to be talking about today is something that is, in my opinion, the reason that most of you guys are losing deals. And the reality is, man, is that there's an intricate training regiment that you guys need to be having with yourselves. And it's one of the hardest things to do, is to just get real and realize that you might not have all of the education and proper coaching that you need to really get your sales skills from where they're at right now to where it is that they want to go. And guys, like being a closer is not an easy task. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of psychology that you're in there for, that you're in here for. The psychology is, number one, push versus pull. Okay. This is called merit no negotiation. So when you are talking to someone, essentially what you want to do is you want to kind of figure out a way to separate them from the problem. And then you want to show them the solution as a team. There are four words that I want you guys to write down. It's we, together, us, team. We, together, us, team. Put it in the comments section if you're watching this. We, together, us, team. Those four words are words that will essentially allow for your seller to understand that this is not just a you trying to make money on their property deal. This is a you trying to create a solution that is a win-win scenario for both of you guys. And so when we're talking to our sellers, we're saying it like this. We're saying, how can we come up with a solution together that benefits both of us as a team? How can we come up with a solution together that benefits both of us as a team? Those four words, we, together, us, team, I want y'all to understand that these words, they release endorphins in the brain of the individual that you're talking to that allows for them to drop their guard, drop their walls. Imagine this, y'all. You're going through one of the worst financial deficits of your life, and you got some schmuck that's basically just trying to ask you how much they can give you for your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but if like any of you guys, Justin, Johnny, Josh, Jose, all of you guys, right? If any of y'all called me and I'm having the worst day of my life, I don't want to feel like I'm just one-sided here, and like you're basically telling me my only obligation of which you will help me is if I sell my house because you want to make money. That's what most wholesalers mess up. Is the objective for somebody who is a wholesaler or a real estate investor XYZ to get the property under contract? Of course, but the main objective above all of that is to provide an actual solution. And to do this, you have to allow for your seller to be okay with sharing some of their deepest, darkest secrets with you. Okay? And the cheat code is going to make you find leads like this. All right? How many of you guys are working through the modules right now? How many of you guys have access to the advanced level cheat code and you're going through it? You're seeing what it is, right? Now, these properties are so far gone. The reason why they're trying to sell you their houses for 15, 20 cents on the dollar, where you can profit 50 to 100K per deal, is because it's going to be a blessing for them to be able to sell that house. They would not be able to do this without you. They would not be able to do this without you. That's the reality, man. And so, like, you got to take it out of your mind that you are lowballing someone, and you need to fixate it in your mind that this is a team effort. How many guys want to make 50K to 100K on one deal? That's a wholesale transaction that you can get paid out for within a month and a half, 2 months tops, 3 months tops. Come on. I'm sure that I speak for everybody here that we want to make that type of check, right? The reality is on the other side of that check is a massive problem that needs to be solved. And until you get better at talking with people, you're never going to see that amount of money come to fruition. That is the reality, y'all. Okay. So, like, again, I've talked about this many times, and I want everybody to continuously repeat this because we're not in the business of buying houses. We're in the business of buying problems. The bigger the problem, the bigger the check. And so the equation here for us to make this thing work, it's find problem, solve problem, get paid. Put that in the comments. I want to make sure that it is embedded into your mind. I say it in almost every single call. Find problem, solve problem, get paid. That's what we're doing. That's what the cheat code's supposed to do for you. And unless we're all on the same page, man, you guys ain't gonna make it. That's just the reality. And so, guys, as we progress in this venture, and as we begin to find these crazy, crazy distressed properties, you're going to realize something. They all got five things in common, dude. Five things in common. There are five reasons that someone wants to sell their property. And why do we go after these leads in the cheat code? This is why. These five reasons. Write these ones down. It's death, divorce, debt, distress, and then the last one, y'all, which is what? Oh, damn, I always forget it. My God, death, debt, divorce, distress, disease, disease. So there's either a sickness, there's a financial situation, there's something that's weighing heavy on their mind. They owe a bunch of money, and or for whatever reason, somebody passed away, and now they have to deal with it, right? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I think we all have our own bills and our own responsibilities. If a person that we knew or it was a relative died and somehow we were inheriting it, that's like if you don't know how to leverage it, that's just another liability to pay for. Do we all want to fight and hate each other over our mom's house, or do we want to just sell that thing and split what we believe that is rightfully ours based on the estate? You know, man, like that's what it is to be regular and not understand this business. That's just a normal human being living life the way that they're supposed to live life. XYZ. You guys, and like we think outside the spectrum. I'll give you an example, man. So like, my mother, she has a liver disease. I'm saying this on a freaking recorded call. And she's had it for about 12 years now. My big sister has it fixated in her mind that when my mom dies, she's basically taking everything because she is the oldest. She don't know how this stuff works. She don't know how none of this stuff works. This is a whole process. As a matter of fact, if my mother passes away, she ain't married to my stepdad. No one inherits anything but the children. You know what I mean? That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like. And so it's all of us, whether you're middle child, oldest child, firstborn. The idea that it's the firstborn is how most people think. So when you're talking to heirs to a property, you got to get to the nitty gritty. It's about educating. So again, you're speaking to people who are going through these situations, and all you are thinking about is trying to buy their house. That right there is one of the last things. We need to put the pieces together to be able to buy the house. They're like a puzzle. So we got to figure out what that puzzle is. The only way that we're going to do that is by having meaningful conversations and educating as we go. In any seller situation that I'm ever in, I'm always focused on educating while I am explaining what it is that I do. So, guys, like, again, one of the things that stumps people in their tracks from the moment that they're trying to educate. Again, we don't manipulate, we educate. We are not here to take advantage. We're here to be the advantage. We want to give the seller a better place. We want to give them a second chance. We want to allow for them to be better after they meet us, not worse. And there's too many motherfuckers in this business. No offense, pardon my language, because God gave me the words to speak here. But there's too many people in this business that take advantage of these homeowners that are going through these situations, and you are not going to be another one of those people that get put into that category. We're here to fix real problems, and that's how we make these big checks. You can't justify lowballing some old ass lady trying to sell you your property and you're making 100 G's on it without solving any problem. Nah, fam, that's predatory. All right. So we want to make sure that we are earning our money. We earn our money by solving big problems. They would not be able to fix that problem without us. So the more that we can educate, not manipulate, educate, the easier that it is going to be for us to be able to help our seller and not be the one taking advantage. We are the advantage, meaning that we're moving them into the place that they should be going. They're going to be better after they found us. Better, not worse. All right. And so I just want everybody type amen if you receive that today. All right. We are not in the business of lowballing nobody. We're solving level 10 problems, and that's why we get level 10 checks. All right. So all hands type amen if you agree. Now, guys, today what I want to go over is something that stumps y'all. And I've seen it. I've seen it so many times in this business, bro. It stumps most people that want to get into this industry. And it's when you get hit with the question and you don't know how to overcome it. You don't know how to overcome it. And guys, like I just got done interviewing somebody who wanted to work for my company. Right now, y'all, I got like 10 dialers ready. I got all the data ready. It's going to be February, so I'm about to renew some data points because, I pulled the tax delinquent list. There are new pre-foreclosure leads. It's the 1st of February. We're looking at like a brand new market right now of just real estate leads. We got a brand new president, baby. We already know that something different is going to happen. There's going to be a golden age of real estate investing that's going to happen over the course of the next 4.5 years as President Trump is currently now our president. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So we have a real estate investor in office. That's the crazy thing. So he understands what we think, right? This market's about to change. It's about to change drastically, and you guys are in the best opportunity to find that out for yourself. Firsthand experience. Guys, I'm telling y'all, I was there when President Trump became president the first time. And let me tell you something, I made more money in 2016 and 2020 than I ever had between Biden's administration being in office. And I had a whole office, y'all. I had a whole office. Now, I'm not saying that to boast like I'm some kind of fucking Trumpy. I don't let who's president run my business. But let me tell you about economic shifts. Economic shifts will run your business. And so you want to think as things go right in your company, what could go wrong? That's where people mess up. I know you guys are building and you're looking at everything like it's going to go right. Don't forget, we need exits, right? How many of my people here served in the military? You go into a building, what's the first thing that you look at? You look at how many exits are there, right? I want you guys that are military to understand that thing also bleeds into business. As you look at everything that you are entering into when you walk into the building of entrepreneurship, I want you guys to exercise your exits. Everybody that I know that has a military background, service worker background, individuals ever worked at law enforcement, when you walk into a building, you look at every single exit, right? I do that and I'm not even in any of those categories. I'm just a hood dude. So when I look at things like that, I look at what could possibly go down, man. I walk in, I'm in Texas, fam. I got a strap on me in my car. I'm ready, right? And so, like for me, dude, it's different. I just grew up in that environment. Some of you guys might not have had that luxury, but while you're looking at the entrances, also remember to look at the exits. Just a quick tip of advice, that right there is probably worth 10 times what the mentorship costs. I had all the opportunity in the world to exit a company at $23 million and I didn't take it. I didn't take it. And then the company went and I went bankrupt and I had to file for literally Chapter 13 bankruptcy and I lost almost all of that money and all of the assets that I had owned within that company. I do not want that to happen to you guys. When the going looks like it's getting tough, don't try to hold on to the boat that already got holes in it when somebody's ready to buy it and take it over and fix those things for you. Sometimes it's all right to let the big people come in and take over. All right. And so, guys, that right there is worth everything that you're paying for. Okay. Now, moving in, the objection thing that I used to do with my office back in the day was built to help people help people. All right. You know how that saying goes, hurt people hurt people? Well, helping people help other people, and then those people go and help others too. It's almost the same concept, just backwards. Instead of hurt, it's help. And so as we begin to help more individuals, we overcome different types of objections. And when you start talking and you start creating this flow of conversation with your seller, oftentimes, as crazy as it is, and I know that this is something that we can all attest to. Have you ever been hit with something where you freeze in your tracks and you don't know how to answer it? And not only do you not know how to answer it, you don't know how to educate on it. You don't know how to give substance. You don't know how to take back control of the conversation. So I want to show you guys this because I think that this is something that's valuable for y'all and it's a free resource. If you guys want, I'll just take all of the sales training that I got on my YouTube and I'll just create a regimen out of it. I'll take it down from public to account only because I don't think a lot of people even watch them anymore. But if you go to my YouTube channel here, let me show y'all what's up real quick. Let me pause this and you go to playlists and then you go to cold call team training for real estate wholesaling. This whole thing here, all of this is a giant playlist of cold calling training where me and my team went into it together and we did training classes to go over what sales is in our office. And this is like objection training. These are regular dudes working in the office, doing whatever it is that they like to do, and we're all going over objections together. We're trying to work on our sales skills. So it's phone training, it's cold calling training. Guys, we did this in a giant gauntlet. And again, these were videos that we posted, I think, between 2020 and 2023. There are about 14 episodes. I'll go ahead and I'll create a module just so that you guys can watch it in module format. I've added so many videos to this. I don't feel that it's organized. So I don't want you guys bouncing around and getting confused. So I'm just going to adopt this into a module. Again, y'all, look at how slept on these videos are, bro. Only 2,000 views, and they don't even get the kind of love that they deserve anymore. Well, you guys get to capitalize on this because a lot of the stuff that we went through in these videos is still relevant. It's still relevant. And so I kind of want to go over this, right? What is the objection game? The objection game is very simple. If you have this is an investment that you guys are going to make. Go on Amazon right now, get yourself $5, $6 with shipping included. You want to get yourself some flashcards, right? They're going to give you like a big old binder and you can rip them out. Now, these flashcards are going to be something that you are going to use on yourself. Now, I recommend that you guys spend the time to handwrite these things. You're going to handwrite every objection that you can find when you get it and when you receive it. Since y'all are in this damn community, I'm gonna give it to y'all. All right. So, guys, I have a list of over 300 seller objections that I've conquered within the last, I don't know, 8 years that I've been tracking this stuff. And I'm gonna call this the Seller Objections Master. So let me go ahead and share this file for all of my people. Again, if you're watching this from the recording, this is available for those that are on this call and on this call only. The only way that you can get this is if you're part of the group. So I'm sharing this for you guys. If y'all are watching the recording, you're shit out of luck. That's why you spend your Saturdays with us, really wanting to take your life to the next level and not just sitting on the sidelines, relaxing or chillaxing or whatever the hell it is that you're doing. To me, you don't want it bad enough. Don't let that make you feel insecure. Let that motivate you and inspire you to want more. If I doubt there's a motherfucker in my mastermind that's more busy than me. If I can show up on a Saturday, you can show up on a Saturday. All right. So again, this link is for y'all. You don't freaking go in there and just make a copy of it. I want you to download it. Download it. I'm sharing my screen. I'm showing you guys how to do it. All you got to do here, don't make copy. Click file, download, PDF document, boom. That's it. And it's yours forever. Guys, I spent 8 years making this. So what I'm giving you guys right now is something that I've invented years ago. There is 300 seller objections that I have received in my career, and each one carries a response. This is how you do it, okay? You take one of these objections on your flashcards that you have. You can get them from Amazon, 1,000 of them for like $8, okay? And on one side you write the objection, on the other side you write the answer. For 30 minutes out of your day, I want you to do this, okay? You're gonna shuffle the deck, and when you're done shuffling it, you're gonna just play the game against yourself, like playing yourself chess. I don't know if you guys ever played chess before, but man, when you play against yourself, that's a crazy thing because you're trying to win on both sides. And it's almost like you're letting yourself win, but you're trying not to. The goal of this is to create the muscle memory in your mind that every time you receive an objection, that you can overcome it because you understand three different ways to look at it. The objection game I've mastered. I don't think there's a single soul here that can knock me off of my game when it comes to an objection. You can hit me with anything at any time, and I will overcome the objection. And not only that, I will educate you and I will remain in control of the conversation. That's what you want to do when you overcome an objection. The way that I like to play this, man, just so that y'all know, I like making things fun. And forgive me for this, God, because I know that, it's a sin to be gambling, but I don't gamble. I make calculated decisions and guesses. Guys, I love sports. Football, man. The other day, I made $2,100 on a $100 bet. I'm really good at football. I understand the sport. I know the statistics of players. So when I'm betting, I'm not really betting. I'm making calculated decisions based on statistics. That's it, right? And so for me, I like putting the money up. Why? Is because it makes me challenge myself more, and I never bet more than what I'm willing to lose. So it's just a couple $100 every now and then, possibly every other week, That's how I like to roll when it comes to the gambling side of things, right? Now, why am I telling you guys this? Because I'm not betting. I am basing my skill sets on statistics and I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So for sometimes for people to take things seriously, we all got to commit to a dollar amount. That's just the way it works. That's the way of this world. We got to commit to a dollar amount. We got to be invested. Otherwise, we don't take it seriously. Come on, man. How many times you guys ever got invited to like a free meetup with free food and stuff like that? I don't know why, but food tastes better when I'm paying for it. Maybe that's just me, but you know, I like earning things. I like working hard for the things that I have. So I'm willing to invest my time, energy, money, resources into experiencing something. So again, how do you make this game fun? I want you guys to do this. Put a jar right here. We're going to call this the objection jar. All right. And when we play this game with ourselves, we're going to do it this way. Every single time we get an objection wrong, we set a timer. Every single time we pull the card, we get 3 seconds to answer the objection. We read the objection, we press the timer, we get 3 seconds to respond before flipping the card over. If you get it wrong, I want you to take $1 and put it inside of that objection jar. All right? At the end of the month, for every objection that you got wrong, I want you to donate it to a charity of your choice. It could be kids with cancer, it could be homelessness, it could be anything. But take that and then tithe and give it to the Lord, man. I'll tell you what, there's something magical that happens when you give things to God like that. We're giving our mistakes to God. And so that's one of the things that I love to do whenever I'm doing the objection game. Now, if you guys want to bundle up and play for money, this is what I typically do. If we were to all to get together, which I plan on doing at the mastermind that I'm having, by the way, guys, for some of my people that are new here and some of my people that are in here, I'm throwing a real estate event. It's going to be happening on May. We're looking at the beginning of the month. And in that month, guys, I'm going to be renting an entire mansion just for community members. You have to be an active paying member to join. I don't care what tier that you are, whether you're annual, monthly, whatever. You have to be active in the group to be able to join. It's a free thing. I'm going to cater to you guys for a whole damn day. And we're going to do things like this. And we're probably going to play for money because your boy wants to take your hard-earned money. No offense. But when we play this game, we'll be in a circle together. And I would advise that all of you guys were to partner up outside of this and practice this in the group. I am totally okay with giving you guys access to my Zoom account. Okay? Y'all can take my Zoom account and run meetings in this motherfucker any way that you want. I don't care. What I'm saying is that this is a great opportunity for you guys to team up and play this game against each other. So the way that I did it in my office, and I want to show you guys a video on it because it's freaking hilarious. We called this the objection game. So check this out, man. I'm going to show y'all. My buddy Leon did a video about this. And let me see if I can find it. Okay, this is honestly hilarious. My buddy Leon was my sales manager for my office for a minute. Hold on. The video's on his channel. Man, my dude should have never stopped making content because these are hilarious. Damn, I can't find it. Hold on. Oh man, I wish he would have kept making YouTube content because these are so good. Okay, this is the objection game.
The point at you have to come back with the counter for it. Because now,
All right, I'm sharing my screen.
It makes me better at gaming. But the mind is a muscle also. And you want that muscle memory to work for you. That's where you want to practice your objections. And as a matter of fact, I actually brought this over to the business because now in the morning, before we actually get on the phones or go out and knock on doors, we have like 5 to 15 minutes of just role playing. Everybody pairs up, we do some role plays, so everybody's already kind of warmed up and ready to go when the time comes. And then a third way that we do to practice is me and Quentin made this game up where every time that you're on the sales floor, somebody can ask you a question and it's going to be an objection. You have to come back with a rebuttal within 2 seconds. So they'll be like, I'm not ready to sign yet. They point at you, you have to come back with the counter or rebuttal. And if you can't respond within 2 seconds, you got to pay $2. And at the end of the month, whoever has the best numbers in the business, like met their quotas or just overall doing the best, gets to keep the money. But the point of the game is to keep everybody on their toes, and hopefully nobody has to dish any money out. Check it out. Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good. Hey, what would I move if I sold this house?
It's actually a good question. We do more than just buy property here. We help you with finding a new place and also assist you with moving expenses if that's something you need.
All right, on your toes, bro. What's up, George? Hey, what you working on?
Doing a little virtual D for D.
Nice, man. Hey, how'd you get my number?
Got the
So doing?
so
Hey, what company do you work for?
I work for Infinity Cash Offers. We're a real estate firm here in San Antonio, and we specialize in purchasing properties. You'd be interested in an offering?
All right, all right. I gotta talk to my wife about it. I think we're in that, George. That's $2.
Leon always catches me off guard, but I feel like I get him too sometimes.
Is that a good book?
Yeah, a lot of good information.
Did you see a for sale sign?
Well, I actually called to see if you were selling, because if you had a for sale sign, I would have asked you how much you want for it. But do you have a price in mind? S&K?
I'm not interested right now.
Well, I'll just call to see if you'd be at least willing to hear out an offer, because when the time comes, I'd like to be the first call you make. Remember the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So practice, go out there, get some
That is called the objection game. All right. So I wanted to show y'all that clip because that's how we did it in the office. So when we were in the office, it don't matter what you were doing. If at any point in time, me and Javerick could have been mid conversation talking about, I don't know, the circumference of the earth and why it's round and not flat. And I could have been like, damn, Javerick, that's dope. But to be honest, I'm interested in getting other offers from other investors, you know? And he'd be like, what? But you would have to respond to that. So you'd have to be like, well, that's great. I understand that you want to exercise your options, but let me give you something to think about. How about you send me your email address so I can forward you over some information about my company? So as you are making an educated decision, you can at least vet them properly and go with whatever company you feel is in alignment. Either way, I appreciate your business. Before you make a final decision, make me the last phone call that you make. That would be me overcoming the objection. Now, if I did not get it at that exact moment, I would have to pull $2 out of my pocket and put it in the pot. And so when it goes into the pot, we had a sales floor of 8 people, everybody putting money into it. At the end of the week, whoever got a signed, executed contract, the most contracts for the week, whatever was in that bucket got paid out to that person. And so people were going crazy in the office doing this because obviously we want to make more money. If I know that I got more contracts than you, bro, then I'm going to fuck with you all day. I'm going to keep hitting you with objections over and over and over again until you get it wrong. And then you're just going to keep putting $2 in the pot. And I already know that I'm going to have the most contracts out of everybody at the end of this week. So I know I'm getting that extra money. And sometimes, guys, that little bit of money would carry somebody's cell phone bill, light bill. Most we ever had in the pot was like $800. And we went like 3 weeks without putting a property under contract. When we finally did that last week of the month, and this was in March of 2022, we put 17 properties under contract through PPC marketing. I was running ads for the first time for real estate investing. And guys, like legit, my friend Ariana, she was awesome. She was the one who won all of that money. It was like $700 in the pot. And that paid for like, half of her bills for a whole month, man. So like I would recommend that you guys get together and play this game against each other. Like pick one person, same way that you pick a bookie, and every that one person holds on to the money. And when everybody starts building it up, that person pays out X amount at the end of the week. And it could be based on leads, right? And so these are not normal leads. They have to be verified leads. Everything needs to be verified. The contracts need to be legitimate contracts that are actually deals, because some people would try to fluff the numbers to win. You know, the leads have to be actual verified, motivated seller leads, not just people wanting an offer. And that would be part of the point for you guys to be able to win. You know, but I wanted to kind of go over this training with you guys, because if you're not implementing something like this into your business, you could be potentially leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table because you're not practicing this enough. Yesterday, I had a guy apply to work for my office, right? And so, if y'all have ever gone through an interview with Q, it's a thing. So, just so that y'all know right now, I've never ran a virtual office before. I just opened one up. I am hiring right now. It's 30% commission. I pay for all of your systems and marketing. You get held accountable every single day. I have structure. I have organization. Everything that you need to close and fund your deal, I can give it to you, but I need a commitment. Everything is contractual. You're not going to be allowed to do the business on your own. Okay. I will be overseeing everything that you are doing within my organization, but I can promise you guys, based on track record, you'll probably close and fund your first deal within 30 days working with me. And at a minimum, my assignment fees are 17K and up. So your commissions will be typically between $3,000 to $4,000. So I am hiring. I am taking on virtual seats right now. If any of you guys are interested in working for my organization and being a part of what it is that I do, I'm scaling it. I'll give you all the systems, all of the tools, all of the training. And again, this is contractual basis. You only get a 6-month term with me, but you will not be able to do this business on your own. If you sign an agreement with my company, I have attorneys. I am very wealthy. Don't fuck me over. I promise it'll be the worst thing that you've ever done. With this being said, I love what I do. I love helping. I love coaching. I love guiding. I love educating. You guys are getting that regardless of whether or not you work for me here in this community. So don't just jump the gun on what you're capable of doing because you want to work for me. If you want to work with me, really make sure that you're in alignment with me. And I got potential partnerships. I don't just cap you with this amount of money. I got tiers on how you can grow in my organization. You know, I used to have sales managers, CEOs, CFOs, COOs, every type of OO that you can think of, I had in my office before. So I'm rebuilding the structure. You know, currently I got 8 properties under contract, just marketing on my own. I got 3 of them already assigned. I'm looking at about $78,000 in gross company revenue being produced. I already got 3 of them assigned. You know, these are supposed to close sometime this month in February, probably bleed out into March. But I'm still putting properties under contract. What I feel has been the bottleneck for me is that I'm spreading myself too thin. And so now I believe is the time, with just the little bit that I did on my own for 1 month that I was capable of doing. I could definitely scale it up if I had some help from you guys. The way that you guys can apply, just message me on school or message Alexi, and Alexi will send you over the application forms to submit. I do have a strict hiring regiment, right? So just be aware that when you want to apply to work for my company, not only are you going to get interviewed on the spot, I'm going to go over your goals, I'm going to go over your aspirations, I'm going to see if we're in alignment. And I'm also going to see if you're really about this business. All right. I'm not trying to hire nobody. I'm trying to hire somebody. Okay. What I'm saying is, like, you can't be a nobody and be wanting an interview with me. I'm sorry. You need to actually be wanting something for yourself. Okay. And so when we're on this call, not only am I doing all of these different things that I've learned throughout the years of being mentored by multiple 9-figure earners, to hire correctly and effectively, you will get trained on the spot. I'm going to test your sales skills. That's part of my interview process. So just know that when you get an interview with me, it's about an hour long. We're going to go over this together. I want to know if you're an actual candidate. So again, for all my people that are here, if you're interested in that, just want to throw this out there for you guys. It's a great opportunity. I'm a great leader. I lead from the front, and I'll never ask you to do anything that I have not done myself. I have the track record. I've been doing this for years. I can tell you guys, and I can attest to this, you would be in good hands, and I would pull you to the direction that you want to go. With this being said, guys, the objection game, right? The objections that I shared with y'all. I love doing these things because it's a lot of fun. So what we're going to do today, guys, is I'm going to create a roulette. A roulette. I'm going to put every single name into a wheel. We're going to do this together, okay? So let's go ahead and pull out the good old-fashioned wheel. Wheel spinner online free. I've been using this one, Wheel of Names, I believe. And we're going to do it this way. If you guys want to play, just drop a 1 in the comment section and let's do this together. What we're going to do today is I'm going to spitball fire objections for you guys. All right. These objections, for all of you that are here, are for Everybody to overcome. By the way, iPhone, I don't know who you are, so I'm just gonna put iPhone there. I'm going to spitfire these things to you guys. And again, when I do this for y'all, I want you to just create the scenario in your head because I'm going to move on through multiple objections. Each person is going to get 3 objections. You get the opportunity to overcome them. If you mess up, you owe me $2. Who's down to play? All right. Okay. Hey guys, and I'm a man of integrity, bro. If I'm telling y'all that I'm about my money, I'm about my money. I will literally hold you accountable to this. It's $2 if you get an objection wrong. Javerick, no, he's on the dialer right now. You crazy, bro. Nah, that's dope. My guy's educating and working at the same time. Who's down, man? Drop a 1 in the comments if you want to try some objection training, y'all. This is gonna be a lot of fun. There's no pressure, man. Um, I'll tell you what, I don't want to put the pressure of money on you. Let's just do this one for free, and then the next one we'll do it for money. And maybe I could do these once a week for you guys. This is a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun. All right. And essentially, I will keep a track of who overcomes the most objections, and we can run it from there. So far we got 3 people. Anybody else want to commit, guys? There's no monetary commitment today. Today's going to be practice, but I plan on implementing these training sessions to help you guys be more effective. All good, all good. Justin Dang is at work, bro. We got people that are working. We got people that are at work. We got people trying to do this. Okay, so Javerick does not down. He's actually cold calling while we're doing this. Anybody else? Tim, Famous, Curtis, Lewis, any of you guys? Any y'all down for this? Dang, man. Oh, good, bro. It's Saturday, dude. I don't blame you. Okay, so let's run it this way. I'm gonna spin this wheel with the 3 people. We're gonna go all over this, and we're gonna do this together. Dang, dude. Hey, no, it's all good. All good, guys. So we got 3 people that are committed. Sergio, you at work too, bro? Or are you down to jump in? Lewis, you down? Lewis says he's down. Let's go. My guy. Okay, let's see. All right, let's run it. Johnny, you down, bro, or no? It's all good if not, man. I completely understand. Working on the road, let's get it. Okay, so I'm gonna click and I'm gonna spin this, and we're gonna go over objections together. Everybody that this lands on gets 3 objections. You got 2 seconds to overcome them, and we're going to time this together. All right. So I'm gonna click this, spin it, let's run it. Create the scenario. We're gonna bounce from 3 different scenarios. Lewis, what's up, bro? You ready?
Hey, how's it going? Yep, I'm ready.
All right, bro. I appreciate you calling about my property, man. What separates you from every other person that's calling me the same way?
Oh, I completely understand. Thank you for your interest. What separates me
You
from
get tuna
everyone
fish, no
else is
wheatgrass,
that I have
mayonnaise,
10
onions,
plus years of experience doing this, and just like I
uh,
helped a neighbor down the
jalapeno.
street sell her house, I can do the same for you.
Okay, so if I were to sell you my property, are you one of those guys that lowballs people?
Well, I don't lowball people. I'd like to make it a fair deal for you and for me as well. As you know, if it's a deal, it has to work for both parties. It has to work for you and it has to work for me in order for it to be a deal. So
Well,
I'll give you a fair cash offer.
how
That's
do
what
I
I can.
know that you're not a scammer?
Oh, trust me, I'm not a scammer. If you go to our website, you see we're, rated by the Better Bureau of Business. I have a lot of referrals I can give you. I have a lot of people that I know that, I've worked with that can vouch for all the work that our company does. So 100%, I understand your concern, but there's no scam here.
I love it. Lewis, great. Come on, man. That was fire, bro. That was fire. I hit you with 3 back to back. One of the things that I always like to do whenever I'm talking to somebody, and just to me to add on what you've already been doing, Lewis, because I know I hit you on the spot. One of the first questions that I asked you, I said, what separates you from other people? Typically what I'll do is I'll let the seller decide. I say, all right, well, you know what, Mr. Seller, how about this? How about I let you decide that? Let me give you some information about my company. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to forward you over a questionnaire form. And this questionnaire form is going to be able to give you everything that you need to really make a decision. And this questionnaire is going to allow for you to vet my competition. And so, how about this? I'll give you some of the 3 top people that I know that can buy your property. And I'm going to give you this questionnaire. And I want you to ask them every single question that you can. If they stumble over these questions for any type of reason, I want you to understand, Mr. Seller, you don't have a reputable buyer. And I want to show you guys what those questions look like. You might be thinking, well, what the hell are you talking about, Q? Guys, I come strapped and prepared the same way that I'm walking into a building, right? And why am I saying that? Look, I'm going to go over all of my docs here for my real estate business. This is pretty cool, but I got folders here for certain things, right? So let me go over my graphics designs that I had created. I like to give my seller as much information as humanly possible to really help them out with making a decision. And by no means do I ever want to intervene or make someone feel small just because I'm telling them like my company's better than the other company. Brr. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you are giving them enough information to be able to make a decision. And so let me go into this. I believe the folder is called graphic designs. There it is. This is the questions that I give to my seller. Notice here I have my company logo because I like to be verified. And then here at the bottom, you can also see links to our website and company information to verify this even further. These are questions that you should ask my competitors. How much money can I get at closing? How soon can I get the money? Do you have proof of funds? Are you a real company? Are you a wholesaler? What would my house sell for as is with an agent? If you're borrowing money to buy my house, are you guaranteed to get the loan? May I see the approval letter? What is the longest that this process could take? And can you fix probate issues? These are things that you want to give to your seller whenever you're trying to have them make a decision. I'm not here to prove to you why my business is better than other people. How about I arm my clientele with ammunition to fight off my customers, to fight off my competitors, right? Arm your clientele with the ammunition that they need to fight off your competitors. That's what I was taught. And so I tell you what, you really want to go ahead and sell your property to that other person. Here's my coupon for you. Sell your house fast, and I guarantee that I will meet or beat any legitimate competitor, or I will offer to pay you an additional $500 to $1,500 for your property. My competitor must be an active cash buyer here in San Antonio. They must be able to show proof of funds, and we must be given the opportunity to meet or beat the presented said offer. If we cannot beat that person's offer, I can guarantee funds are redeemable at competitors' funding on the sale of your property. Guys, this is next level stuff. This is for advanced level cheat code. I'm giving it to y'all so that you can replicate this and recreate it on your own. This is a recording that will be inside of the recordings tab on your school community. All right. So just know that you get access to that. Justin, I believe that you just got here. So you do have to level up to unlock certain things unless you paid for annual. Then you get to unlock everything and you don't have to skip. You can skip all the level up BS that you got to do to get there. I do the level up thing because sometimes people join the community and then they just leave. They download everything, they steal all my shit, and then they just leave. And I'm sorry, but I have to make sure that we're protected. But this is good enough for y'all. You can screenshot this if you want from the recording. This is another thing too. And also, maybe you might not be the guy that I was trying to get a hold of. Here, I'll tell you what, send us a friend and get $500. Take this, print it out, make little fancy business cards out of that, and that'll give you everything. So Justin, you'll have that, brother. You can message me though on school, man, so we can keep this conversation flowing and I don't have to stop. But here we are with this. So I make this into a professional business card and it looks just like a debit card. I want them to redeem with me. So here you go. I'll tell you what, if you know of someone who wants to sell their house fast for cash, let us know. Give us a call and get paid. Redeem this phone number here, boom. And make it an expensive, badass steel card that you can give to your sellers. This is my coupon for you. I don't care if they use it to chop up rock, bro. I want them to use this to redeem money with me. You know what I'm saying? To me, that type of card, when you're giving somebody a referral option for them to be able to give you more business, bleeds into something so much deeper than that. But guys, that was the first objection that Lewis was going to kind of do with me, right? Was the what separates you from everyone else. The second one was a scam. I want y'all to understand what Lewis did was exactly what you should do. If you don't have it now, have it today. Have it today. Start making it now. You need a credibility kit. I want you guys to have a binder at presentable standards. It's a binder of every property that you've closed before. If you haven't closed one yet, don't worry about it, y'all. You will build one as you go, but also need references, friends and family that are willing to vouch for you, people that you've worked with prior that see what you're trying to do as the real estate investor, title companies that you've worked with, real estate attorneys that you worked with. What you need is to be able to give them access to something that is tangible. This is called physical evidence. Whenever you go into McDonald's, guys, you walk into the building, it's massive. It's yellow, it's red, it's black. You walk in, right? You know what you're inside of McDonald's. You look at the menu, the whole menu has everything on it. I know exactly what I'm looking for. The lady who's serving my food, rocking a black shirt, red hat, yellow M, they look like they are ready to present themselves. You see what I'm saying? These are people that are ready to go. I'm being verified so many times that I'm at a McDonald's. And when they serve me my food, It is on a brown tray with a giant M on it, with a piece of paper over that has coupons and codes for more benefits whenever I want to come back and use this service again. The burger is wrapped in a yellow film that essentially protects the burger until it's in my stomach, and it says McDonald's all over it. The fries are inside of a red carton. The red carton has everything all over it. What I'm saying is, if you are in a position to show someone that you were reputable and you haven't invested this much into yourself yet, you're not going to get the deal, bro. Showing up with black and white contracts, that's not how you're going to get the deal. You need to show up with a binder with your company logos on it, track record, references. You need a website, you need credibility. You don't even need a website. Fucking make a Facebook page, dude. It's free 99. Go on ChatGPT right now and make a logo for free. You don't even got to pay people for this stuff anymore. It's just so simple to do. You don't know how to do it? Dude, ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will give you a full-blown breakdown on how to build out your logos. They'll give you your agreements, your company promise, your company guarantee. You need these things. So when somebody asks you, like what I asked Lewis, are you a scammer? Lewis was just throwing out credibility. If it's over the phone, then all right, let me email you everything about my company. As a matter of fact, you got every right to feel that way. I agree with you. What if I am a scammer? Well, let me show you how I'm not. And then I'm going to send you over all of these different types of contacts. Matter of fact, I want you to contact my title lady. She's aware that I have 8 properties under contract that I'm currently closing on and buying, and she can vouch for my legitimacy. And you will be more comfortable that way. And then the third question was, Lewis, what was the third question that I asked you, bro? It was the last one.
Last one, don't really remember. I just already forgot.
No, you're good. You're good. So the first question that I asked you was, why should I sell to you versus my competitors? Second one was, how do I know if you're a scam or not? And then the third one, I believe, who remembers, guys? Damn it, I totally messed up. What was it? It was the third question. We'll come back to it regardless. If anybody remembers, just drop it into the chat box. But Lewis, you did really good, bro. I wanted to add context to the objections to educate while we're doing this.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and we'll move to the next person here. So let's run it back to the wheel again. And then we're going to spin this thing. If it lands on Lewis, we're spinning it again. Jose. Let's go over it, man. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to click one, bro, and we're going to go over this together. All right. Well, look, Jose, I really appreciate you making a call about my property. Unfortunately, this house used to belong to my mother, and she's dead. Why would you call me and try to prey on my mom's property?
Well, I was given this list off of quality, this is a qualified list. Excuse me. I apologize for my condolences. I'm sorry, my condolences. I'm stuck, brother. I'm stuck.
Damn. All good, Jose. You would have owed me $2, bro. This is what I would have done. You first seek to understand, and then you can be understood. Because a lot of times we're calling about people, and what happens is we might get folded with an objection like that because it's sensitive. You know what I'm saying? This is the first thing that I would do. I said, look, I'm so sorry to be calling you right now. I understand that it is a crazy time, right? I know you just lost your mother to your property, and you just lost your mother and you're dealing with these property issues. I help individuals that are going through situations like this. Okay. Now, I know that this is probably not the best time. I want to give you my deepest condolences. And if you'll at least bow your head for 2 minutes, if I can pray over you and your mother. And now from this point, I'm throwing in the prayer to help them ease into the situation. Now, I don't expect for prayer warriors to just be present here. That is a gift that I've been given to be able to pray as effectively as I do. I would use my skill sets. Now, let's say I'm not the prayer warrior, but let's say I don't believe in God, and that's not something that I'm trying to do for someone. First, you seek to understand, and then you can be understood. I'm so sorry that you're going through this right now. Look, is there any type of address or place where I can send flowers? My deepest condolences. All I'm asking is for a minute of your time. If I'm calling you out of the blue and you guys are still grieving, I completely understand. Time is of the essence when it comes to things like this, and I just want to be a solution for your family. I will go to my church and I will pray over all of you guys that are going through this right now. Can I get the name of your mother so that I can add her to my prayer later on tonight? See what I'm doing? I'm sympathizing. I am adding empathy. I'm being emotional, and I'm showing her that I understand what it's like to lose someone. And so another thing too, guys, a relatability eliminates debatability. So when you're dealing with somebody who's going through a death situation, I mean, let's be real. I feel like we're all already over our 20s at this point. If there's anybody that is still in high school that is here, I am blown away and I thank you for being here. But if you're not and you're watching this, right? Another thing too is to relate from a place of experience. The way that you can overcome this objection is by the object of storytelling through experience. And so, who here has lost someone? Both of my best friends, Benjamin, Wicked J, he was a backyard wrestler, crushed in a freaking garbage compactor. He fell in it and died a horrible death. This man was amazing. I was going to name my next son after him. Second piece here is my friend Adon. Adon, we called him Reach because he was 7 feet tall and he could reach for anything. It was like Wimby. When we were high as fuck, just chilling in his house, doing stupid shit and drinking all day, my dude would be like on the other side of the room and the remote would be like on the other side. And we were both just already slouched into the couch, drunk and high, trying to watch a movie. And somehow Reach would extend his arm like he's Luffy from One Piece and grab the very remote that we were trying to get a hold of. And so I was like, dang, bro, how did you reach that? That's when we decided to name him Reach. Well, my good friend went to be with the Lord through a heroin overdose. He died in his sleep when he was 22 years old and I was 23. I just got him out from being a gangbanger and he started fire spinning with me, right? And so what am I telling you guys here? Why am I telling you all these stories? These are two people that I love to death that I lost at a very early age in my life that were so detrimental to my mental health. Mr. Seller, I know exactly what it's like to lose someone that you love. Believe me, when I was younger, I lost a friend and who got crushed in a garbage compactor. I can't even imagine what you're going through right now. I'm not trying to undermine their situation by explaining mine. I'm trying to tell them that I understand how they feel and I can relate, right? Now I can ask a question that redirects. All right. I want y'all to write this down. This is a crazy sales tactic that you guys can utilize whenever you are going through a situation where essentially somebody is being taught something or like you're talking with somebody and then you hit a trigger mark. It's acknowledge, ignore, move on. Acknowledge, ignore, move on. Okay? Acknowledge, ignore, move on. Sometimes when you stay in a situation where you're talking with someone and for whatever reason you kind of hit a string, I want you to acknowledge it. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. Ignore it, right? Let's talk about the property. Move on. When was the last time that you guys went to go and visit the house? So, like that way, they don't sit in that emotion. Acknowledge, ignore, move on. Remember that and write it down. That is a sales tactic. So, Jose, the way that you would have overcame that if you really were stuck, acknowledge it, ignore it, and move on to the reason that we're calling. Because sometimes staying on that emotion too much and sympathizing even or trying to relate from experience could just cause your seller to freeze or crack and start getting emotional because they're thinking about these things. And so again, acknowledge, ignore, move on. We call it aim because we're aiming for the outcome. Acknowledge, ignore, move on. Remember that. That is sales psychology, by the way, man. I'm teaching y'all something today. Now, moving into this, let's go over to the next one. Jose, you did good, brother. Don't worry about it, man. We get better at these. That's why you join these calls. That's why you're a part of the group. You know what I'm saying? That's why we run these things the way that we run these things. So let's go ahead and see if we can get another one. My guy, Justin. What's up, dude? It's so cool to have you a part of the group, man.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect, dude. How are you,
Oh,
Justin?
I'm good. How you doing? How's
I'm good,
everybody?
man. I'm good. I'm good. So we're gonna hit you with some objections, and don't worry
Okay.
about being frozen, bro. We ain't playing for money today. So this is just
Oh,
something that I'm doing for all of you guys that are here to learn and kind of integrate things with us. I know that you're new. Thank you for being a part of the group, man. It's nice to meet you, bro. I really appreciate you being here. All
hey,
right.
I've been kind of following you for a long time. I seen you do the objection game, the closers Olympics,
Thank you,
stuff
bro.
like
Thank you.
that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I did pretty good, to be honest. I was somewhat nervous because I never cold called in front of 1,000 people like that before. So it was kind of nerve-wracking for me. I feel like I didn't do as good as I wanted to do. But
Right.
for me, man, I think a big lesson was like for me there was like the pressure You know what I'm saying? I'm better
Yeah.
now. I can get on a stage and cold call because I've done a lot of live events. When we do our live training for you guys, like it's gonna be so much fun. I don't want y'all to think that you're just gonna come to my mansion that I'm gonna be leasing for this and just be there and watch me talk all day. No, like we're going to be working together. My goal is that we all get properties under contract together. So there's going to be a very fun and interactive experience for everybody that's wanting to join. So I'm going to hit you with 3 objections. Justin, you ready for this?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so I know that you want to buy my house. I'm totally on board, Justin, but I need to stay in the home a little bit longer after you buy it. Can you give me some time?
Um, anything's possible. How much time are you looking at?
I would like to get at least a month to be able to stay in. We don't have any money. Once you buy our property, we will have money and we will then have time to move out. But I don't know if I can afford some monthly payment. Would you still give me 30 days to move out of the house after buying it?
I mean, what I feel we can do is maybe a seller holdback, give you a little bit of money up front, and then once you move out, give you the rest of the money, and we can also help assist you with finding somewhere to move to. I mean, do you have an idea where you might want to move to?
I do, but there's just one thing that I'm on the fence about. As I was reviewing your contract, because we do want to move forward, I appreciate you wanting to work with us. I saw something on here, and this is something that I've seen people do on YouTube. It says and or assigns right next to your LLC. Why is that in the purchase agreement?
That's in a agreement. Ah, man, you got me. Hold on.
That was good, Justin. You almost had it, bro. You
Now,
almost had it.
because usually when I talk to people, I just tell them, "Hey, look, I might not be your buyer, but I can be your your trusted advisor and bring a buyer to the table."
I love
So
that.
I kind of usually go down that way. So most people they never ask me that, but yeah, that was good.
No, dude, you're good, bro. You know, and these are just you would get these. These are like not possible. I've been hit with that one so long, so many times for so long. I've developed a way to overcome it. You know, I have multiple LLCs. Sometimes one LLC comes in over the others. If I'm not the individual who's going to be funding this, regardless, I have an individual like that are called funding partners. They'll come in and they'll step in and they'll buy this property and they'll fund the entire transaction. Don't worry about the verbiage so much, Justin. What I want you to worry about is the amount of money that you're going to get because that's what I'm promising you on this agreement. That's how you
Mm,
overcome that objection. And then ask a question at the end. Does that make sense? Do you understand? Just by
right.
saying, just by saying, does that make sense? You're the word making sense will make them make it make sense. Just by you saying, do you understand? People, when you say you understand, you're confirming that they're understanding. And so those are two
Mm,
words that you say that are open-ended questions to put the period at the end of what it is that you're saying. Well, Mr. Seller, I'll tell you what, typically if I'm not the one buying it, I have funding partners that will step in. Regardless, I want you to worry about the amount of money that you're going to receive, not what the contract looks like on the Endor signs thing. We add that there just for a clause in the event that I might want to push it on to something else, maybe a different LLC, maybe a different funding partner. But I'll tell you what, this is just standard and it's in all of my purchase agreements because we buy so many properties. Do you understand? Does it make sense? See what I'm saying?
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
this one right
I
here,
love that. That's
Kelly, what,
good.
what Kelly was talking about, so they can have 30 days after the sale to live there. That what Justin did, which I thought was badass. He said, "All right, if you don't want to do like a monthly payment, what we can do is we can release some of your money to you, but do a seller holdback, meaning that you'll get about 75% of your proceeds to make the move. But by the time you get out, right, I'm gonna make sure
Mm,
that you get the other 25%. But we gotta hold on to this just in
yep,
case you don't move out. That's my security. Now, if you don't move out, I'm keeping this and I'm evicting you from your property." I would
yep.
also make them sign disclosures at close that would state that they are relinquishing their right to an attorney, that they're relinquishing their right to court, and that if in the event that they do fall short and I have to evict them, they are pleading guilty of eviction. And all they need to receive is a 3-day notice versus a 30-day notice. So they would sign all of these things at closing. So
Oh, that's badass.
in the event that
That
they're unable to get out, I don't have to go through a whole 30, 45-day process to get them out of the house. You sign all of this at closing. I'll forward all of this over to the attorney or the title lady, and she'll make sure that it's part of the closing docs. That way I'm protected and I can get them the fuck out of that property. If I have that 3-day notice and then the right for the attorney, right for court, they immediately plead guilty to eviction. All I got to do is appeal in court. put myself in as the plaintiff, submit all of this documentation to the judge. I'll get a writ of possession within 7 days, and a police officer will forcefully remove them from the property. Now, that right there is why you are in communities like this. Okay.
That is bad.
Most people
Oh,
don't do that. Most people don't do that. These are great training sessions, y'all. If y'all want me to do stuff like this, I've been looking for, like, I don't know if you guys have seen on the calendar, they're called TBDs. The TBDs are, I don't know what to put there, but I would like to put something there. And lately, I've been bringing in other people to come in and help with the coaching that you guys can ask questions to. We're going to be bringing in creative finance education with Uncle Charles. He's going to be coming in talking about subject creative finance. Those will be modules that you guys will have access to at a specific level. I think level 4 is when you can unlock those things. Also, Justin, I'm going to get with you after this call today to make sure that you have access to all of the things that you paid for. I saw the
okay.
purchase come through. I believe it was like last night or something. But thank you, bro, for the investment. I'm super excited to have you here. But these training sessions, I will be doing them every Thursday moving forward. So currently we have our Monday morning Bible study. We have our Tuesday cheat code call. Thursdays, we're going to be having sales training. Fridays, I'm probably going to bringing in a guest. On Saturdays, we have office hours, which this is going to be moved. This type of call will be moved to Thursday. Saturdays is going to be the time for us to actually make some calls and lock up some deals. But today, I really wanted to educate y'all because I know that some of you guys are actively marketing now. So I shared resources with just people that are in today's call. For y'all that aren't here, that just got here, I'm gonna share the resource one more time. This is not for the entire community, guys. This is for the advanced level stuff. This right here is for y'all. I'm sharing a list of 300 seller objections that I built throughout the years, and it looks just like this, man. It's crazy, but I have them here separated by tabs and with responses for every single one. Okay, so you can come in here, order some flashcards, put them on the front, and then the answers on the back, use them handwritten, shuffle the deck, and then play the game against yourself until you get better at effectively overcoming objections. That's my call for you guys today. I hope y'all enjoyed today's sales training. Enjoy your weekend. I will see y'all at 9 a.m. on Monday morning. And if you're watching this from the recording, man, hit the link in the description, upgrade to annual, join the school community. Welcome to AW Real Estate Cheat Codes. Let's get it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Love y'all.
Let's get it.